made an eggnog punch. I don't know if you all came to our holiday open house we had a couple of weeks ago. We used a peppermint ice cream in it, and this one's just a little bit different. Super, super easy. A little bit different take on eggnog. You know, everybody wants to serve a little eggnog for Christmas. Well, this is my way of doing it. And my kids actually like, some of my kids don't like eggnog, some of them do, but with punch, they really like it. Okay, you can also cut this recipe in half. This is a large recipe. It calls for a gallon of ice cream. Now I've let my ice cream soften. Usually you sit here and scoop and scoop and scoop, but I believe I've let mine soften enough, thankfully, that I can spoon it in this go around. I just put it in and break it up. But this one you use a gallon of vanilla ice cream, a half a gallon of eggnog, a teaspoon of nutmeg, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 16-ounce container of Cool Whip. So that's something a little bit different. These items we all use during the holidays, but we don't usually use them together. I've just about got this in here. I'm trying to get the bigger pieces. And it does a little better if you do let it sit out a little bit. I mean, I'm sure all of you all have been cooking for years and know that when you try to get sherbet out or ice cream out to make punch and it's not set out, it's a little bit nightmarish. It is. It really is. And I've done it plenty of times thinking that I've got it out, you know, and then all your guests start arriving, and then you realize that's when hot water becomes your friend. Or the microwave, once again. All right. I think my husband is lying down on the job. The sink's full of dishes again. All right, now we're going to take her. And I love eggnog. I could drink eggnog all year long, but I think it makes it so special because you usually only drink it during the holidays. And that's why, and that's probably why we like it so good. Okay, you pour the eggnog over the ice cream. Yeah, right. This is the low calorie punch. Keep dreaming that dream. Okay, we have nutmeg and cinnamon. Stir that up. What was it you told, one of you all told me, we leave the calories in the refrigerator for the holidays? You told me that, leave them in the freezer. Leave them in the freezer. That sounds pretty good. Now I don't do a traditional turkey for Christmas. We usually do a roast and ham for Christmas. A lot of people do prime rib. We've heard of all different kinds of things for, you know, people are staying out of the kitchen a little more, enjoying their family a little bit more. We certainly sell a lot of Italian roast and different roasts that look really beautiful on the table, pork and beef, and but they don't take so much time and they don't take up so much oven space. Okay. Well, see, I had a little lady, when I used to work in Weber City, Virginia, she bought frog legs. Her children came in once a year for Christmas and they love frog legs, and she would buy 10 pounds of frog legs every year for Christmas. And so, but that was the only time of year they come in, so she did that special, you know, and I said, well, you know, to each their own and what makes your family happy. And she said they didn't get it any other time, so that was her treat. That's right. That's you know, it's memories and what food tastes like, and you know, you remember years later, you think, gosh, that was so good. I just wish I remembered how to do that, or ask how to do that. Okay, we're going to lightly fold in. I say lightly. I don't do many things lightly, so that's not exactly one of my gifts. It's one of those things I pray for, but not always. Patience and doing things softly. I say that, but I have 5 children. I guess I've been blessed with some form of patience. All right. Just put that whipped topping in there. And as you can see, this makes a monstrous amount of punch. So if you are having a lot of people over for Christmas, church, this is a great thing to take for a church dinner. This is even good for New Year's. This is a good punch for New Year's. And you let it just sit in there. That would be beautiful. Now the other punch I do is an eggnog punch. You take a container of peppermint ice cream, you pour a quart of eggnog over it and 2 cups of ginger ale. And you let that kind of melt in there. And then you can put some candy canes around the side of the punch bowl, and it's beautiful too. Okay, okay. Okay, it's 1 carton of peppermint ice cream, 1 quart of eggnog, and 2 cups of ginger ale. And you could add a little extra ginger ale if you want, according to your liking. 2 cups. And that makes a really good, punch. We served that for their open house, and some of the teenage girls that apparently had never drank much eggnog, wouldn't drink it, loved it. And this one, she went on and on and on about that eggnog. This is, that's Nicole's punch. I don't quite know what you would call that one. Whatever you would like to call it. It can be your own. Nobody will know the difference. All right, now we've got our creamy eggnog punch through the holidays. You can find it all the way through that. We sell it in, I believe we sell it in Mayfield and in Food Club. And I usually use the Food Club. But it's just through the holiday season, so it's another thing, it's seasonal like eggnog.